interesting and odd setup. I am talking to a computer while I'm cooking, and usually I'm talking to family and friends when I'm cooking. And so you are the family and friends, so we're going to talk. I have some friends who are around, who are going to come and join us. Some of them are cooking, some of them are not cooking, but that's okay. And we're going to try and achieve real-time, no latency Ratatouille, all in real time. What was I was going to say something. Oh yeah, this is show number 40. We did 5 shows a week for the last 8 weeks. That's pretty crazy. And the entire Puremix team has been basically working nonstop to make that happen for you guys. And they're absolute badasses and they work really hard. So I'm going to bring some of them on too for you to meet them and to say hi. Some of them are shy, but hopefully they'll come on. So I don't know how many of you are cooking, if I'm going to be the only tree in the wood, but I know I have one good friend and his wife who are going to cook with us. I think we should bring them on so you can, enjoy stereo cooking. One in New York and one in England. So Mark, if you'd be kind enough to bring Andrew up, that would be awesome. And then I'll start the damage. Hi.
Hello.
Woo! Crowdcast rocks. Everybody, this is Andrew Shep's. Wow. It sounds like there's a RE201 on the line. So was that you, Andrew, feedbacking?
I think
it's me? I don't think so. We gotta love technology. You know what we should do? We should get professional engineers on this. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it's me. That would be fabulous because if it's me, I can control it. It's not me. I don't hear you. Andrew, can you refresh? All right, so Andrew will be back in a second. So that's what we call the internet. It's broken. Fortunately, other things in our life are not broken. So let's start cooking because this is going to take a minute. There are several ways of making ratatouille. The way that everybody goes for is cut a bunch of vegetables and put them in a pan, a big pan. Like this is a heavy Le Creuset enamel pan. As you can tell, it's been used a lot. The enamel is kind of like crying for mercy. One of these days, I'll call them and try and get a replacement, but right now I haven't gotten that time. So I was saying, a lot of people just get all their vegetables and then cut them up and then shove them into the pan. That's a way, but that's not what we're going to do today because we're not that kind of girl. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a ratatouille that has extra flavor. Aha, they're back.
We're back. Are we feeding?
That's better.
Okay, great.
Way better. I don't hear you as well, but I can sort of kind of make it up. So that's good.
Makes no sense, but there you go.
It is what it is. Do you want to cook? Are you ready?
Yeah.
We have knives, we have vegetables.
I'm going to get a beer.
That's awesome. So
wine, just a small one.
So ladies and gentlemen, Debbie Sheps is a wonder of nature because she's the only human being I know who can cook on that thing back behind her, that Aga ranch. That thing is insane. That thing has no control. It's on. That's it.
Yeah.
And somehow she never makes a mistake. It always comes out perfect. And that's a mad skills right there.
Well, and just to really pound it home, she's roasting a chicken while we're doing the ratatouille. Of course,
it's good. It's chicken is a really good. It's a really good addition to the ratatouille thing. Good choice. Good choice. So do you want to cook along until somebody comes in and then you'll come in and out and stuff like that?
Yeah, we'll cook along whether we're on screen or not. But, yep.
That's great. All right. So I was saying a lot of people just put all the stuff in the pan with some olive oil and salt and pepper and stuff. and that's fine. But the problem with that is that it tends to make a very liquidy ratatouille. So you have all this nice flavor, but at the bottom you have a lot of broth that just serves no purpose whatsoever. And I always find it kind of wasteful. And also not as flavorful as what we're about to do. So I'm gonna show you. So the first thing we do is called mise en place. It's French. It means put things in place. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the mise en place in the order that we're gonna use the vegetables. That way, mnemonically, you know what's coming next. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna clear my my board right here. This is so weird. So I just want to say something. Me cooking here on camera is the equivalent of those dudes on YouTube doing mixing videos who've never made a mix on an actual record before in their life. That's about the same level of, you know, this is all in jest. So be careful. This may suck. We don't know, right? But that's about it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the onion. We're gonna use a paring knife. Yeah, that's Andrew has an Aga oven. It's unbelievable. Also doubles as a heater. So that's it. I have the great benefit of having a trash disposal over there, so that's pretty cool. And then you could cut this thing in half, and then you peel it. You want to make sure there's nothing. You don't want that green stuff there because that's bitter. There you go. And okay. I'm told that my food camera is backwards, so I'm going to go change it in a second. So I may cry here. I'm a very sensitive human being. Yeah, it happens. So there you go. That's cool. So you're going to do this in strips. Not too thin, like about this much, like that. So you have a little bit of crunch to it. There you go. Okay, good enough for Jazz. Make sure there's no skin and no green stuff. All right, and then this is where the dance of the bowls come in. Put all this once it's done in a bowl, and that's it. So that's that. Let me turn the camera around. All right. Let's see. All right, so the other half. Voila, cool, great. Hey, Mark, I think John is hanging. Maybe John would like to come in and comment on this situation. See if John's still there. It's almost 8 p.m. in France, so basically you can have whatever you want, beer, anything. Me, I'm gonna. This is a slightly technical, so I may wait a second before I start drinking the wine. So we've done the onion, which means that's going to be the first ingredient. Ha ha!
Hey, John.
Hey, Debbie.
How you doing?
Fab. How?
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I got started.
Serious time on the lunch.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly.
Exactly. How you doing, boss?
I'm doing really well. Doing really well. It's good to see everybody. Yeah.
Nice to see you too.
You're not
Very
gonna-
nice.
We did this almost a year ago in person.
Yep.
I was your sous chef. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Went
know.
shopping together, did the whole thing. So so that's why I decided just to participate with the wine this time. But
Awesome. John, we had a crazy ratatouille in LA with how many people were there? 15 people, 16 people?
yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was a lot more than one eggplant.
Mhm.
So John was very instrumental in cutting everything the right way. So, so as John knows, the way, of course, by the way, I forgot to say, you must wash your vegetables always. If you don't wash your vegetables, just bad things happen. They put all sorts of stuff on it to make them look good in the store, so you pick them up instead of the others, and that stuff is not edible. I mean, it's in theory edible. Arsenic is edible. You can eat it, but I wouldn't. So wash your vegetables. And the way to wash it, by the way, is to get a brush, because if you just rinse them, doesn't do it. The wax doesn't go, so you really got to brush them. So you can invest in a brush. This one has a nose, so it feels very personal. It's kind of like my buddy brush. Hi, buddy. And I know it's silly to buy a brush just to do the vegetables, but that's the brush you use just for the vegetables, because you don't want to grab it when no. And also, it's a long-term investment. It works for COVID-19. It will work for COVID-20. It's going to be great. Have it. It's forever. So voila. For the eggplant, you cut the top, you cut the bottom. You don't need to keep them. Thank you for coming. And then the way I do it, because I'm lazy, is I cut it vertically like this and vertically like this. And then I do 2 at a time. And I go like this, like that. And then I take the little pile like this, better to see this way, and cut it in half. That is the fastest, laziest way to cut eggplant I've ever found. The people with better knife skills, they actually cut in 8 and do the same thing. But I like all 10 of my fingers, so I'll do it this way. And that allows me to stay very consistent with the number of fingers that I have, which is nice. Another thing, another bowl. Put everything in. There you go. So, John, you're gonna have to come on a show like this one of these days and cook some of your amazing stuff, because every time I go to your place, the food's amazing.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. It would be fun.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure that I keep all my fingers, because I'm watching you with these knives and it's making me a little afraid. And
I haven't really completely hurt myself before.
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So it's okay.
Right.
As they say in Italian, I don't remember the exact Italian, but maybe you remember. The knife makes the chef.
The knife makes the chef. Oh, okay.
The knife makes the chef, meaning that if you know how to cut, you know how to cook.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew and Debbie do a ton of cooking, so I have no doubt that they have it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we went to shoot.
Stuff. He does all the really interesting. Andrew does the glory cooking.
And without Debbie, we'd be dead. So.
All right. That's why you guys have worked out so well over these years. So
yes, absolutely. So we're done with the eggplant. We're gonna move on to the peppers. Peppers can be confusing for some people. The way I do it, which has been working for me flawlessly, is I cut them in half like this, and then I get rid of the middle like this, and then I make little strips. In English, it's strips. The thing is, there's this white stuff in there. It's called the placenta, actually, and that's bitter. So you want to make sure you get rid of it, but don't start getting rid of it here. It's a lot easier to get rid of it once it's cut in strips. At least I found. So you do the strips like this, poof, and then. So, John, what are you going to cook for us on camera?
Well, let's see. I don't want to do an omelet because that should be your world.
I don't know.
Although I made a good omelet when you came that time. Maybe
it was fantastic. Yeah,
bolognese or something like that, or
sold. So, what is it with mixing engineers and cooking? What's that?
It's like playing jazz. That's what I think.
There you go.
The same idea. You got stuff, and you got to make something happen. You got to turn up the heat. So.
Yep. Side note: if you have seeds in the peppers, you can shake them off because they are bitter and it's not a good look. And also, you have to get rid of the placenta before the next step, otherwise you will regret it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting rid of, and you don't have to skimp. Just get rid of anything that's white. And which is why red peppers are great, because you can see it from the moon, the white part. So these are my strips. And once the placenta is gone, I will dice it like this, about this size.
We're not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll slow down. I'm wondering if you guys and me are the only ones cooking. I have a feeling that we're the only ones cooking, Andrew, David, and me.
Mark's got to get a poll going in the chat, find out who's actually cooking.
Yeah, Mark, let's do a little survey on who's cooking and who's just being a innocent bystander. So speaking of knife skills, my knife skills got a lot better during the quarantine. I know I speak about it in the past, but it's not.
You've been cooking every day?
Either me or Emily.
Mm-hmm.
We've been I would say we ordered in maybe 3 times or 4 times, I think, during the whole quarantine. It's been pretty epic.
Wow.
So you get better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey guys, can I move on to the yellow one? Oh, you're already doing the yellow one. You're not behind. See, I'm behind. This one has a lot of seeds.
Our proportions are going to be a little different because your eggplants were much larger than ours, but we'll see.
Two.
So did he.
Oh, you said one.
No, just one.
Oh, okay. All right. I lied.
Just one.
I saw a lot of eggplant flying on your board. It was 2.
So now I'm behind.
Any new food discoveries? Anything you're cooking?
Yes.
Yes.
I've been doing crazy things like
for each of you, Andrew and Debbie as well.
What you guys are you guys been cooking during the whole quarantine?
Yeah, we've had fish and chips once, and we've got takeout curry twice, and that's it. Otherwise, yeah, 3 meals a day.
Your fish and chips chop is epic. I love it.
It is, and we got it. It was the first day they reopened after about 6 weeks, and it was okay, but it wasn't quite the same.
I think a few things are gonna be like that.
Yeah.
And then, Fab, what have you been cooking that you've discovered?
So, I am. I always, my purpose in life has been, whenever something gets shitty, that's a technical term, try and turn it into a positive.
There you go.
Right? So when the song sucks, but you still have to mix it, make it a challenge. And when you have to cook every day, then learn. Learning is the best way to turn something into a positive. So I got a bunch of cookbooks over the years, and I never really looked at them because I tend to wing everything. Pretty much. Let's be real. Let's call it what it is. To the great dismay of my food audience, it never comes out twice the same ever. And that's okay for me, not always okay for everyone. So I decided I was going to change that and was going to become a repeatable cook. That was my challenge. So to do so, I had someone else force me to follow proportions. Otherwise, I don't care. I just go, it comes out good. Nobody complains too much. So I have the Jacques Pépin technique. And then I had the Tim Ferriss book is actually good. It's not a great cookbook, but it's a great way to rationalize systems.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, in the Tim Ferriss cookbook, I discovered kosher salt, because before I would use French salt like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not here. It's over there. La baleine, the blue. I gotta show you.
That's all right.
Oh no, we are precise here, or we are not.
Yeah.
So usually before I would just grab this and just go.
Yep.
And that's that. I no longer do that. I've grown.
So
I'm an adult now. So now I have a little jar of kosher salt.
Okay.
This is really good.
That is the British version of kosher salt. This is awesome.
Malden sea salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
the Malden, I also have that. The Malden is a little flakier, and so I learned a lot. Hold on. I learned a lot kosher salt is not kosher. It's the salt they use to make things kosher. So that I didn't know that. So now I know. So I feel like a better man already. You know, the kind of stuff you need to know to be a better man. And also, it's really great for proportions because you catch it with your hands, so you really have more control. The other one, you just go crazy. And some people can attest that sometimes things fail. So this has been great. The kosher salt thing has been awesome, and it makes it repeatable. So for today, I actually kind of like measured a little bit so that I can give you guys proper instructions as opposed to just wing it. So this is like, you know, not a full cooking show, but pretty close. All right. So next.
Let's see. What's next?
Ooh,
All right, good.
Yeah, you can't see them.
Wow.
Okay. So that look at those fruit, those vegetables in England.
All from the farm shop just up the road.
Oh, wow.
This is from Union Market, which is not a market. Yeah. So it's a grocery store. But you know what? We're very grateful for Union Market because they were open during Armageddon, and they're all very kind people. I'm told that I have to flip my camera. It's not code words. Actually, I have to flip the camera. Give me one tiny second.
Yeah. And Andrew and Debbie, how about you guys? What have you been cooking that maybe you hadn't done before?
I don't know if there's things I haven't done before.
Okay.
There's been a couple of things, but I can't remember. But he's been with everything.
It's been lovely weather, so I've done a lot of like a nice Greek salad with croutons and yeah, just it's nice, fresh sort of stuff if I can.
Good. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. And it's good roasting a chicken, even though I was veggie for a long time, but roasting a chicken and then making stock and then making three or four dishes.
4 meals
from the leftover chicken, just the two of us. So
yeah, but yeah, making stock that turns into a bunch of different things. That's awesome. All right.
You guys are making stock?
Yeah, always.
Oh my goodness.
Nope. Make most of it.
Yes. All right. Check this out. Now we have view on the pans.
Nice.
And because this is a class establishment, this is with my iPhone, just so you know. All right. So zucchini, just like the eggplant, I tend to do it in half, like this. You know, if I really feel like adventurous, I will cut it in half this way too. And then dice it. Voila.
So we're ending up about the same size as the peppers?
Yeah, well, no, a little bigger. The peppers are really kind of like for crunch and decoration. This and the eggplant are more like the girth of the whole thing. So there you go. There you go. There you go. All right, how's everybody besides the four of us? I can't see that far. Andrew, oh yeah, you know what? Today, guys, friends and family, we have some of our Puremix team members who are watching, are logged in, and I wanted them to come in and say hi because they're behind the scenes, but they're responsible for making all the stuff that you watch every day and all that amazing stuff that makes Puremix what it is, and they're all doing it every day, and you don't see their face. You see too much of mine, but not enough of theirs. So I'm going to bring them on one by one once we have enough open seats. It's so nice to see you guys. See, so now we got to repeat this in one location without the Bluetooth crap.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So we've done.
Everything.
We're almost done with the mise en place. So the next in the mise en place, actually, let's do the tomatoes. All right. So tomatoes are tricky. For tomatoes, my tomatoes are obscenely big and they have no taste whatsoever because I'm in America.
Are we okay with 2 smaller ones, or should we get a third one?
No, you should probably do 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are a little small. See, these things, these are like assault weapons. We could play baseball with this for a while. We could use them to kill someone, or to hold the door open.
Juggle.
But that's all I could find because these are difficult times. Can I juggle with two tomatoes? Yes. Don't throw me a third one though. All right. So for tomatoes, honestly, the best is a serrated knife because the skin of the tomato is slippery. But the way I do it is I cut out the core, and for that I tend to need a longer one, a little longer knife, and I cut out the core like this in the round. Poof, poof, poof. So that way you don't have any of that hard stuff in the middle. You don't have to worry about it after. And then you use your serrated knife and you make big slices. Try to waste the least amount of it. So I make very small edges on the end. And then I take this, and then in the other way, the other way, I just cut and I make big dices like this. Dice.
Right.
Dice. Yeah. I'm a professional. There you go.
Use the other knife.
Yeah. There you go. You don't need to seed them. The seeds are part of the fun. So this is about the size. So at least as big as the courgette. How do you say courgette?
Yeah.
Zucchini. This is how my brain no longer works very well in between two things.
So I'm thinking that if your non-serrated knife isn't working, it's got to be it's not sharp enough, because the serrated one was actually more difficult than my regular one.
Well, that's because what's your knife?
What is this one? It's Wusthof.
So Wusthof.
End of discussion. For the rest of us who have simple knives, the serrated knife works amazing.
Well, I've got to say, we waited 20 years to finally get a good knife, and it is. You say that you can cut, you can cook.
Yep.
The knife does make the chef, because
I know.
with the knife you can't cut.
Yeah.
I know. You may have just given me a really bad idea. Instead of buying a plugin next week, I might buy a knife. I just always I don't know. I just have this. It's it's perfect. It's the frog in the pan. You know the story about the frog in the pan?
No.
So if you put a frog in a pan of cold water and turn the heat under, the frog will stay in the pan and die.
Yeah.
But if you throw the frog into hot water, then the frog will jump out. So I've been in this cooking pan of cold water, getting very, very hot for many years. So there you go. But you just got me out of the pan. I'm gonna buy myself a real knife, like a real man's knife.
It makes everything so much easier, and it makes it a lot more fun too. There's nothing doing while cutting stuff up.
Absolutely. I just bought Emily, my fantastic partner, just turned me on to these amazing pans, like carbon pans. And they're coming in August. I'm very excited. There's this kind of stuff you buy and it comes 3 months later. But, who's going to watch? I don't care. So there you go. So I wasn't super exact on this. Not a problem. Let's go. So we're almost done with the mise en place. John, we only have 4 seats, and I'm holding 2.
No problem.
And so I'm going to rudely kick you out. And but thank you so much for joining us.
All right.
You're on the hook. You're going to have to do a cooking show with us.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have a choice. It's going to have to happen. It's going to be a bolognese, and it's going to be off the charts because you're qualified for bolognese and I'm not.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do it and as a real proper bolognese, so that'll be even more interesting. Okay.
You get it.
We will definitely cook along with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So thanks a lot, everybody. Say thanks to John for joining us.
All right.
John.
And that's awesome. Thanks, John.
Ciao.
And I'd like to bring up Andrew, our under Andrew. So when we communicate between Andrew Sheps and myself, or when there's a Puremix call, we'll say, okay, Andrew will do that. And every time somebody says, which Andrew? So this is our private Andrew Ruiz, who's going to come up. Everybody say hi to Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Andrew is responsible for all the lights on all the shoots, and he's also responsible for all the designs of the technical designs of the shoots, and also he edits an unfathomable amount of the Puremix videos that you see. And also he's been behind the scene making sure that these live streams are broadcasted everywhere. And voila, Andrew is in upstate New York. He's also a DJ, yo. And it's pretty awesome. So this is Andrew Ruiz, guys. Next time you watch a Puremix video, make sure that you think about Andrew and Bob. I don't know if Bob is here today, but Bob is our other full-time, like nonstop editor. We keep them very, very busy. And who else edits video now?
We have Mino, we have Alban.
Yeah, Mino's here. Mino's gonna come say hi.
Yeah, we have Steph.
Yes, Steph, our new addition. There's a lot of people behind the scenes to make Puremix happen, and Andrew is one of them. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. You're not cooking, I just want to say.
Nah.
You're not cooking because you're making sure this is playing on YouTube. That was your line.
Yeah. You got it. It's completely right.
All right. So,
if just for a second, just wanted to just point out, if anyone wants to get Andrew a gift, I would say any English cider, sort of medium dry, right?
Yep. Dry, medium dry. I'll take any of those. When I was out there in England, you had some beautiful ciders and beautiful food from Debbie, of course. Best potato salad I've ever had in my life.
You're so nice. Good guest.
Best host I've ever had as well. And she has that contraption behind her, and she knows how to use it really well.
That thing is terrifying to me. But it's really nice to see you, my friend. How are we doing? Is everything broadcasting everywhere and nothing broke and the internet did not betray us?
Everything is great. We have about over 200 viewers live right now, and it keeps going up. So
okay, great. So let's move on to our last part of our mise en place, le garlic. All right, you feel free to jump off when you're done, Andrew.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm probably gonna make.
Thanks for coming.
I'll see you guys later.
This was the amazing Andrew Ruiz. So this is in France a head of garlic. What do you guys call this?
Yeah, head of garlic.
A head. Okay. So there's a lot of confusion. I see. People cook. It's nice. I like that. Sometimes I go to my friend's place and I taste the dish and I'm like, whoa. And sometimes I've seen the confusion between a head and a clove. So this is not a clove. No. If it said, yes, is that happened to you? It's hysterical.
Yeah, actually.
I won't name any names, but there were some people who were confused. So we're gonna need 3 reasonably sized, non-nuclear, but not minuscule cloves.
And we don't up a bit. So we got 3 big ones.
You got 3 big ones?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys only have each other to kiss tonight, right? So there you go. No problem. I like garlic. You can't beat me on garlic. So check this out. This is garlic is sticky and a pain in the butt. So an easy way to peel garlic is to use a big knife and tap it, like make it unhappy, like this, right? And you will break the edges like this. Then you cut the edges like this, and then it will just peel a lot easier. A lot easier. Once it's tapped, see the stuff just comes off. So that's the stuff. But you guys are professionals, so you know this. Because you have an agar range. That makes you a professional. In many different realms.
It's almost impossible to peel it if you don't do that.
Exactly. So there you go. Again, I've seen many people fight that like crazy. So people get this stuff. And that's cool until you have to clean it. You don't know this? This is bananas. So you put your clove in here with the skin on, and then you ask the strong person in the family to push it through. And then you spend more time cleaning it than anything. But we have dishwashers, so it's okay. But that makes a certain kind of puree. It's okay. The other thing that I learned in pizza school with Lilou, my daughter, is that you can grate garlic, which we'll do later. If you have a microplane, it's going to come in handy. But that's for the secret ingredient that my mom adds at the end. That's the secret thing at the end. So this is all, you can find all this on YouTube next to the mixing videos, but the secret ingredient at the end, that's my mom's only. So my mom, who's here too, so she's going to come and join us for a second to say hi. So let me finish the garlic because I talk, but there's plenty to go. Come on, be nice. Thank you. So of these three cloves of garlic, there are 2 we're going to mince right now for immediate consumption, and 1 we're going to keep for later when we grow up. If we grow up. So. Also, when you do garlic, you want to make sure that it's fresh, and you want to make sure, like the onion, that there's no green stuff in it because it's bitter and it just ruins your vibe. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside for later, and I'm going to mince this. There you go.
Do you ever roast a head of garlic, but like a whole head of garlic? Because that's really good. And then it's not.
Yeah, you could do that.
You cut it in half and pour some olive oil over it and stick it in the oven. And then, just for 10 minutes. Okay,
so somebody has a question. Who might you be? Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Fab. Saw you at the Puremix get together over at NAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember awesome. Your name.
Steven.
Steven.
Yeah.
How you doing, Steven? So what's your question?
Good. My question is, while you're cooking or hanging out at the house, do you have like a speaker or a system that you use to listen to music casually?
I do. So the way it usually happens is my daughter, Lulu, takes my phone and connects it to the Sonos speakers that's over there. So we have a single Sonos speaker. I could go get it. You know what it is? It's the play one, the one that doesn't have a microphone in it.
Okay.
No microphone. So I don't get listened to, at least not by my speaker, which would be odd. I tend to want to listen to speakers. I don't want speakers to listen to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. And so now the question is, what do we listen to? So since Lilou is the resident specialist on top 40 stuff, she will always do things like, oh, there's this new song, you're gonna hate it, let me play it for you, and then she plays it. And a certain amount of time I do hate it, but a certain amount of time I don't, which pisses her off because she wants really me to hate it. You know what I mean? That she's at that point. But most of the time, I put on stuff to take the mood down, because when I come down here and we're cooking, I've been listening to music for 12 hours, and the last thing I want to do is listen to more of the same. At least my brain doesn't work that way. I'm always in study mode, and I always want to know what's going on. And I'm always like, my friend Stelios sends me music every day, like, check this out. And that's great. But at one point, I just want to disconnect from that stuff. So what I do is I try to do what I remember when I was growing up, my mom would play stuff, and that stuff is still with me. So I'm playing stuff that I want to stay with her. And also, depending on the mood, depending on what we're trying to achieve, I pick different music. So we listen to a lot of like Stevie Wonder. We listen to a lot of classical music, like a lot of Chopin, and some Satie and like modern French stuff. And then we'll listen to like some 80s stuff. Sometimes Emily will go, oh, do you know this song? And I'm like, no. She always knows music I don't. So she will put the music on, and then I will learn it. And that's how we do it. And it's all playing from the Sonos speakers. And you know what? That stuff works. And it sounds a solid B++. So it's a good way also to to also what's fun sometimes in playlists, some stuff I've done comes through, and I can get back into engineer mode and check out, oh, how does my stuff sound out of Sonos, but that's the thing. That's a very good question. Yeah, I recommend I put it in the newsletter. If you're a Puremix member, you get the newsletter. A couple newsletter back, I recommended an unbelievable pianist. I forget his name right now because my head is elsewhere, but it's in the newsletter, and he's on my playlist. I just press the button. He plays Chopin like nobody else. It's pretty amazing. It's a restrained amount of pieces, but it's pretty amazing how the control he has and how beautiful it is. So find that newsletter, or I'll post it somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in the comments of this video.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Steven. Thanks for coming on camera.
Yeah.
So our mise en place is done. So that means that we're going to start to do the pickup. We're going to have to start cooking. So the way we do it is we do 2 at once for a moment. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put the garlic in the bottom of the cocotte, which is where this thing. Mark, do we have the other camera available? The food camera, is it available? It is. So this is the cocotte, my crozet thing. You could use a regular big ass pasta thing if you want. Let me reorganize this a little. Oh, there you go. It's me. Okay. So in here, we're going to put a thin layer of olive oil at the bottom, and I would say the mid range. So if your range goes from 1 to 10, then I would put this one at 5.
Ours goes from on to off.
Yeah, well, put it on your medium. I don't know how you do it. You're my hero. Then you put a short layer of olive oil at the bottom, like this. And this is going to be the support for the whole ratatouille. Also, don't skimp on olive oil. That's good for you. And no, it's not bad to cook with olive oil if you don't make it burn. You're going to need utensils. So let's get 2. Actually, let's get this one and this one. Voila. All right. So this is going to warm up. While that's happening, you also warm up your skillet, which in the chef's household is going to go at the speed of light. Here, at the speed of light in the dark, because I have convection. And you put another layer of oil at the bottom of the pan. Now, here's the thing. In this pan, we're going to have the eggplant. And the eggplant is basically a natural sponge, right? So if you put too much oil at the beginning, it's going to weigh down the eggplant. So the way I do it is I put a first layer of olive oil at the bottom of the pan so it doesn't get stuck. And then the eggplant is going to start roasting, and it's going to become less and less of a sponge, and I keep adding oil over time. And both these things are going to cook for about 8 minutes, so it's pretty quick, right? So you can start with the onion, because the onion is just going to do its thing. The onion's in there, and they're going to do their thing for about 8 minutes. And at the same time, we're going to do the eggplant. But I usually start the onions first because you can't really mess up. And you have to give more attention to the eggplant. So I'm going to put. It's not ready yet.
Okay.
I don't have an aga ranch.
We're going to do the eggplant one in one of the ovens, and we'll do the other one on the top.
Fair. That sounds good. So it's not ready yet. My ranch is definitely for people who are patient. So who else can we bring on? Well, Mino. Why don't we say hello to Mino, who does all the graphics and a lot of the video editing, and is on the shoots a lot. Come say hi to everyone if you're not too shy. And meanwhile, this is starting to create some heat, which is nice. Right. And it's the best is to not be tempted to bring the pans up quickly with high temperature and bring them down, because depending on your range, they may not come back down at the right speed, and then you may burn your stuff. This is being happy now. So I'm going to put the onion in the cocotte.
Hey, Fab.
Mino, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Everybody, this is
Hey, Andrew.
Christophe Minot.
Oh yeah.
Christophe Minot is an amazing musician, amazing pianist. He makes guitar pedals. He
But
does. They're really good.
I do.
So just the onion, not the garlic yet.
Sorry, yeah, I misspoke. The onion, just the onion.
Okay.
So the onion's gonna cook, and this is gonna be 8 minutes. I put a timer here because I don't, I'm not exactly paying attention to what's going on, so I don't want to ruin it. And then the eggplant at the same time in here. So this is where you have to be, you have to be able to manage EQ and compression at the same time. What else do you do, Christophe Minot? He's the best roads repair and maintenance and beautifying human I've ever met. He can make any roads work again when it's broken.
Stop it.
That's true. That's true. Minot is a total badass, and Minot also is making sure that all the mentors look good in the pictures, and he's making sure that all the communications are consistent, and so you always know it's. Oh yeah, there you go, making all the Puremix stuff happen. So everybody say a big hello to Christophe Minot, another amazing behind-the-scenes person who makes everything happen at Puremix.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hello, guys, and yeah, I'm super proud to be part of this family. It's great.
It's awesome to have you, brother. Thank you so much. And Minot used to be in New York. We used to see each other all the time, but now he's in Maryland, so I see him like twice a year.
Yeah,
the Puremix team is distributed all over. All right, so you didn't see me because Christophe was full screen, but I added some oil into the eggplant.
Okay.
Because it basically sucked up everything that was at the bottom of the pan.
The eggplant's going to end up in the oven, so we made.
I'm not worried. I trust that Debbie will do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow, I feel that Debbie's Ratatouille is going to come out better than mine. I have a feeling. It's a feeling. Just a feeling. Just a feeling. All right. So this is where you have to. This is one of the advantages of doing it this way, even though it's more labor intensive and time consuming. Whoa, Magda is here. Hola, Magda. And Nesrine is here. Hola, Nesrine. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. So the advantage of cooking things separately like this is it's time consuming, but then you get to hang with your friends and you get to talk. And also you get to season them separately. So because if you put everything into the pot, then everything is seasoned the same. And it's difficult to exactly measure the right amount. Doing it this way, you can season every element separately. I'm going to add a little more oil because this is being unhappy. There you go. You know it's unhappy when you can see smoke coming out of the pan. It's a sign. So there you go. So the way, so I usually do it completely, what do you call in France, au pifromètre. But today I'm not going to pifromètre. Today I've actually measured an amount that feels good. So pepper should only be turned fresh. You should not get pre-crushed pepper because it doesn't taste right. 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2, 3 pinch. So 3 finger pinch like this of salt. 1, kosher salt. So I don't know what it is for Malden salt. I would say probably the same, right, Debbie?
Yeah.
So now I've seasoned my eggplant, and it's cooking, and it's happy to be there. It's happy to see you, and there you go.
Well, see you guys. I'm going to leave my spot to somebody else.
Christophe, thank you so much for joining.
See you guys.
See
Talk to
ya.
you soon. All right, how you guys doing? Everything good in England?
Our onion is racing along. The eggplant is going slowly because it's in the oven.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay because after this, so basically we started this way, and the fact that we do it together is to save about 10 minutes because the cooking time is about the same, right? So when you're done, when your onions are done and you feel they're good, they can't burn, right? They have to be, they got to stay transparent. Then what you can do is you can turn the heat off the onions. It's okay. So I'm gonna slow mine down here. You can just leave them in the pan, in the cocotte, but you turn the heat off. Okay. That way you don't risk burning them while you wait for the eggplant to be ready. The eggplant's coming nicely. Another 3-4 minutes. These are big pieces of eggplant, so they're going to take a little longer to cook through. And what we're trying to do is to get a little bit of a. Hola, chiquita, ¿qué pasa?
Hola, ¿qué pasa?
Everybody, this is Erica.
Hi, I've been loving you from over here, Andrew and Debbie. Hi.
Hi, you managed to cook yourself a banana.
Yeah,
That's
well,
amazing.
I have a very important question for
Yes.
for the computer here, which is, what is your favorite banana preparation?
In a cocktail?
Peeling.
Ooh, see? All right.
Yeah, we used to make an amazing banana-based cocktail. My favorite preparation.
Did you roast the bananas a little bit to make them sweeter? Did you just pick very ripe banana? You just mash them. Was this a rum?
Like a bull.
Like bull. Was this a rum drink by chance?
It was.
Was there
Yeah.
coconut in there too?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Everybody, Erica is the great priestess of Universal Audio.
Hi, everyone.
She makes sure that everybody knows what's going on, and she takes the feedback from everybody, and she just talks to everyone, and she's just the great ambassador. You've been there forever. What was your employee number at Universal Audio?
Technically number 5, but I'm now the longest remaining. Oldest remaining. Nope, shortest remaining. Definitely.
Shortest remaining.
Shortest remaining.
That's so nice to see you. It's so great.
It's nice to see you guys too. Andrew, I don't know if you saw, but when I heard you guys were roasting a chicken too, so I'm going to do mine with some polenta. I'm going to fry up some little polenta and have that. Because it soaks up the sauce, like when I've made the ratatouille before. But I'm very excited to try Fab's method of making it not too watery.
Yep.
I'm taking very, very detailed notes here. But when I
awesome.
roasting chicken, I was like, I'll be right over. Seriously. It'll take me years to like walk, but I would do it if I could.
This is really nice. It's so nice to see you.
It's nice to see you. Aren't
So
we all
we
glad
have-
it's Friday? They cannot take our Fridays. They cannot take our
Nothing
Fridays.
can be taken. Hey guys, by the way, for those of you who are here and don't know it, every Tuesday evening at 5 p.m. I have a show where there's no cooking involved called Tales from the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Where on the UA channels, and you may have seen it because we restream it on the Puremix channels, where I use Luna to make music right now, and it's pretty awesome, and we have a lot of fun. And actually, in the chat right now, I saw Nesrine, who was my first
I
victim
know. I
in
was
that
like,
show.
hi, Nazreen.
Yeah.
We haven't met, but I would love if it were socially acceptable for Nazreen and Magda to give each other a hug, because that would be me hugging each of them for all of their.
They're probably the closest to each other than anybody else here.
Oh, they're together. Magda said they're together.
Yes. Oh, great.
Mhm.
All right. Bananas. You know things I don't.
I'm just reading.
All right. So at this point, I'm going to turn the onions off. Mark, if you want to switch to the thing. I wasn't paying attention, so they caramelized a little bit. Not supposed to, but that's okay.
Well, we are too, but we like that. So we'll see.
Okay, great. But you don't want any, the thing of the ratatouille, the way I see it in a nerdy way, is that everything is balanced. Nothing overtakes anything, you know? So if you have too strong a taste, then it's not as good. So one of the things that you can do here is you can take a piece of your eggplant and you can taste it to make sure that it's not cooked.
Yeah, ours is still pretty far off.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. And this is the benefit, one of the many benefits of cooking this way, is that you can make sure that every element is just right. And it's an excuse to hang out with your friends, which is nice.
Fab, I have another question.
Yes.
If you were to describe the aromatic experience that you have right now, could you share with the rest of us, perhaps?
So this is very good olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Not crazy expensive, but honestly, pretty awesome. By the way, if you buy olive oil, if I may, buy it in a can. Don't buy it in a bottle. If you buy it in a bottle, it will get rancid quickly because the olive oil really doesn't like daylight or any kind of light, and so it makes it rancid faster. That's why in restaurants, in the front you see the nice bottle with a thing. In the kitchen you see cans, because that's the way you guarantee that the olive oil is in good shape. So does it smell right now? Well, it smells like somebody put a bunch of actually pretty good eggplant in a pan with some really badass olive oil.
All right.
That's what it smells like. And then when you cook onions, it's pretty much like, to me, the smell of cooking onions is the smell of the end of the day.
No.
You're like, your body goes, this is the end of the day. Somebody put onions on the fire. We're good to go. That means we're gonna eat soon. That means we get to hang with the family. We get to listen to some Chopin, and we get to talk about other things than EQs and compressors, which is nice.
Also, very nice.
Awesome. So you're gonna make a chicken tonight?
No, I didn't grab a chicken. I was just excited that there was one being roasted, because I do agree that would be a lovely compliment. No, I'm doing polenta. I'm doing polenta with mine.
Polenta. Okay, great. So, and by the way, this is a 100% vegetarian dish.
Exactly.
100% vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
Can I mention a polenta thing while we're talking about polenta?
Yeah, please.
You do the stirring until your arm falls off polenta?
So in this case, I have to admit, I just get the little pre-rounded, like the ones that are, because then it's easier to do the round and like cut and then fry or like saute those. But when I have made polenta before, yes, of course, it's like.
Well, no. There's a recipe. It was in the New York Times about 10 years ago now. That Debbie's actually trying to find it. You basically, gives you the proportions. You put it all in a pot and you put it in the oven, and you don't touch it, and it's perfect.
Okay, I'm in. Let's share that.
So you can make the real polenta, but there's no stirring. All
right, I'm in. Let's do this.
Here we go.
Amazing.
Yeah, perfect baked polenta.
Oh my gosh.
Mind-boggling. You guys are so organized.
I'll can this and send it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So my eggplant is gone. How's your eggplant, Debbie?
It's still.
It's taking a while. Argos are very slow. Very nice, but very slow.
That's fine. That's fine. We can hang. So once it's done, what you do is you take your eggplant and you throw it into the pan, but you got into the cocotte. But you got to make sure that the cocotte is off the stove now. The cocotte, the pan, your final destination pan that the onions were in, it's got to be this one right here. It's got to be off the stove. Take it off the stove. If you can.
I think I understand what you're doing. Not just layering flavors, but you're also reducing the water extraction that happens when I'm in it.
Blanching and sauteing at the same time.
I'm so in it, man. I'm in the Fab Matrix.
That is how we roll, yo. Know what I'm saying, dog? That's what's up.
Dude, I'd make you a banana cocktail right now if I could.
Yes. Yeah, well, I would too, but I'm busy cooking. So I'm going to wait for you guys.
No, don't wait, because we can.
No. I am so waiting. This is so much more fun. No rush. No. We have plenty of time. We have plenty of guests. Life is good.
Mark, I'm happy to anybody else who wants a seat and to chime in. I'll get. I'm here. I'm in it.
All right. Well, I think we should bring Magda up. Magda, you want to come say hi to everyone?
I think Magda does. All right. Hey.
All right.
Just by the way, I'm watching. I'm still here. I'm with you.
Excellent. And I will send you the polenta thing.
Yes, please. And big
send it to me too, please. All right.
I don't know how to. Mark, boot me off. I don't know how to do this.
Mark will take care of it. Mark is behind the scenes, knows everything, sees everything, does everything. All right. So we're just gonna let's talk to Magda. Magdita, click yes. Something is beeping. Oh, great. We have another guest right after Magda. If Magda's not coming on, then Mark, would you bring Chris Shaw up? Because he just texted that he's around. It'd be fun to see Chris. There's Magda.
I feel such an honor.
Hola, chiquita.
How are you?
We're doing good. Everybody, this is Magda Giannikou. You know her from all those videos and all that music and all those crazy tutorials on Puremix and on UA. And she's now, Nesrine. Amazing. And Nesrine is there.
You have two in one.
Yes, amazing, amazing. So Nesrine is an amazing singer and cellist, and I'm mixing her record right now this week, and I document it live at 5 p.m. every Tuesday, 5 p.m. EST every Tuesday on the UA YouTube channel. It's called Tales from the Switch. I was just mentioning it to Erica, with Erica was there. So this is Nesrine, and that's Magda. How's the weather in Spain? It looks pretty badass.
It's terrible. It's terrible. The weather is terrible. Where the sunset is awful. It's the colors are not that great. It's very cold. It's rainy. It's about to snow actually.
It's
the weather report for Valencia, Spain.
Life is hard.
Very hard.
I hear that the terrace is open, and then you can sit down outside and have some wine.
Yes, so our ingredients are a little bit slow because we are actually growing them. These are the tomatoes of the season. So you have some flowers, but we have to maybe wait a month.
Yeah.
But we will make the ratatouille in a month when the tomatoes have grown.
Okay.
I have a question. Do you need wine for the ratatouille or not?
Yeah, you do actually. It's very important to have wine for the ratatouille. I have some here.
It's
super
white
important.
wine, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. No. Ratatouille is red wine only, and this is the way it works.
Don't show this. Don't show
this. This is the way it works. So you put the wine in the glass. See, this is actually the right moment. Once you turn off the cocotte and you move the eggplant with the onion and you let it rest. So the next step is you take your bottle of red wine and your glass of red wine, and then the next step after that you just drink it.
Man, I love ratatouille.
Salud!
It's nice. You know what I mean? That's how it's done. It's really cool. It works great. Et voilà. And then as soon as Debbie is and Debbie is doing it too.
Yeah.
I'm having a beer. But
where's your beer, boss? That's it. This is the crucial ingredient. I put it in the list. Way.
A lot of kisses from the other side of the world, you know.
Same. Did you
Thank
listen
you
to
so
your
much.
mixes? I sent them to you yesterday.
I did listen to it today.
Okay. Great. I have one more for you tonight after this.
Oh my God. And the name of it is Night, actually. So please send it like at night.
I will. Absolutely.
The time
Awesome.
when Fabrice sends Nes mixes, it's a good time for
Oh
Valencia.
my God, madre mía.
It's like, oh my God, j'ai reçu un nouvelle.
We got we're done. We're not done, but we have all 10 songs mixed. Tonight you'll have number 10.
I know. I know.
And then we're gonna start the recalls, and we'll be done next week. It's amazing.
Fab, I told everyone like around me, like next weekend it's gonna be the celebration of it, and such a pity that you cannot be there.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Next
we're gonna
time, next record. We'll do one after Liberation. Right now we are a little confined.
Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Ciao.
We're gonna try a little bit of eggplant and see if we're cooked.
Yeah, go for it.
Stuff.
Yeah, we can move on to step.
I can hear you.
So we're ready with the other pan. So
Okay, great. So let's go back to cooking. What you need to do is turn the heat back on. I turned it off to not burn my pan, but you don't have to turn it off. It's never off.
You can't turn it off.
So I'm going to turn the stove back on and that burner back on. And next we're going to do the peppers. Okay. It's Chris Shaw.
Yes.
How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing okay. My iPad's acting kind of weird, but I'm there.
Congratulations on that amazing Bob Dylan stuff. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Quite a bit.
Really, really great
Hi,
work.
everybody.
It's awesome.
So I'm gonna put this in.
So, oh my God, you're cooking too, but what are you doing?
I'm actually cooking one of the most popular American dishes on the planet, which consists of a nut spread paired with a raspberry reduction on a sliced white brioche. Okay. This has been a favorite meal of mine since I was a child, you know, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody else could enjoy it. It's really simple to make. First, you start off with your sliced brioche, you know, and you just kind of.
You're doing
that. I'm just gonna make a half of one because a full serving would spoil my dinner later on.
Yeah, right.
So you take your sliced brioche, you know, combine it with your all natural, by the way, handmade nut spread.
Of course. You should say it's not nut spread, it's réduction de nuts.
No. The raspberries are the réduction.
Ah, the reduction, c'est vrai.
Yes.
Magnifique.
Yes. Come on, you're the French guy. You should know better.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know what I am
right,
anymore.
You know, and then on the other part of your sliced brioche, you
yes.
add your raspberry reduction.
Absolutely fabulous. I love it.
And while I'm doing this, I have to say thank you and screw you to Andrew Sheps for leading me down the SoundFlow rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have no more free time because it's all I do.
I know. I see you on there. I see you on there all the time.
And I gotta say, I got some like ridiculously cool stuff coming that will be available, like things that you wished you could do in Pro Tools forever.
I actually look more forward to the SoundFlow updates than I do the actual Pro Tools updates these days.
Yeah, Pro Tools already kind of does what I need it to do in Pro Tools. It's what I can make it do.
Exactly. And voila, here is the final product.
You know, man,
I'm done way ahead of you guys. You know?
Yes, I think I'm gonna have to yield the floor to you. This is just I can't hang.
And I'm gonna pair this with a really nice $9 Pinot Noir.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's very nice.
And like that. But
cheers.
Okay.
Yes, cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
I'm on the beer, but that's because I'm on the beer.
Because you're in England. If you're in England, you're not on the beer. You don't belong.
Yeah, but Debbie is on the rosé.
Yeah, but Debbie is a fine, delicate flower. You're not.
No.
So there you go. All right. So, by the way, just side note, because we do have stuff cooking here. So the peppers, put oil at the bottom.
The other thing I wanted to say is that I have to give a big thumbs up to Avid. I had a faulty fader on my S1.
Yeah.
That occurred on Friday,
mm-hmm.
and just through the web portal, when I've been talking to a human being, I got them to send me a brand new one, and they gave me the shipping label and everything to send the old one back.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people like to hate on Avid customer support, but they did right by me.
Great. That's awesome. Very nice. So I'm considering those. Bon appetit. I'm considering those S1s, by the way.
They're really good. I got two with the dock instead of my S3, and
yeah,
I love having the pads up top.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Row of knobs at all. I never really used the second row on the S3, so yeah, it's great.
Okay, good. I think I'm gonna break the bank and do that next week.
Also, the Stream Deck fits perfectly on that little S1 dock thing there for the iPad. It just rests there beautifully. You know.
There you go. So for the peppers, you get a season. I like 2 turns of black peppercorn.
Yeah. So
and then I like 1 3-finger pinch of the salt, and they have to stay a little kind of like al dente, if you know what I mean. They can't be all soft.
Ours are almost.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have another 5 minutes on that, I think. So voila. I'm gonna have to try your recipe, Chris. Not for me because I cannot stand the nut spread, but
right.
but for Lilu, she's gonna love it. Yeah.
Good.
I can safely say that of all the things in my life I've eaten more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches than anything else. I think it's got to be the case.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So when it's cooked the way we want, do we take it off and dump it in the pot with the onion and the eggplant? Fab?
I'm sorry, I got distracted because I'm trying to manage this thing. You were saying?
When our peppers are done, do we just take them off the heat and put them in with the onion and the eggplant?
Correct.
Okay.
Because now they're properly seasoned, so they are successful on their own. But then they can join the band and have a great career as, you know, part of a band. That's the idea. This is going to be awesome. All right. Very nice.
So, do you have anybody else you want to bring on? Because I'll be
yes, we have lots of people coming on. But thank you so much for sharing.
Kick us off for a bit, then you can have more people.
Oh no, you're a staple. You're staying with me. But I think Chris's recipe just elevated the whole debate. So I want to bring on some people who are gonna, you know, further that. We're the baseline. The guest stars are the stars. All right. Thanks a lot, Chris, for coming.
No problem. Catch you later.
That's a great recipe.
So what are you getting ready to do with your garlic?
The garlic stays for later. I'm not telling you.
All right.
I could tell you, but I have to kill you.
Is it the zucchini?
Yeah, after that is the zucchini, which is right here. So next is zucchini because that's the order we did the mise en place. Because Debbie has got a laser of a brain. She remembers that stuff. I don't have to read it off a line. So we have one of our Puremixers wants to come up. Come on, Adrian. Absolutely. So once this is done in a couple minutes, we're gonna dump in it, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing with the zucchini. By the way, this is why you want to do this in company. Otherwise, you get bored to tears. You have you have nothing better to do. There is a question. Mark, should I know what that question is? Thanks again to Chris Shaw for taking part of his afternoon to come share his ancient family recipe with us. It's very kind. I got to tell you guys, it's really nice to stand above fresh cut garlic. It makes me feel like I'm in a kitchen or something. It's really nice.
Right, I had to let in another guest. Squid's in the kitchen, so.
Oh, cool. Hey, Squid. Long time no see.
Come on, Squid. Come on over. Here, I'll bring him over.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. Sorry, I'm doing some kitchen work.
No, Squid doesn't really want to come over.
No, he knows. He's not thirsty.
What?
No.
We go way back.
He's all freaked out. Sizzling sounds, I think.
Right. So this is almost there.
Squid, you all right? Squid. Squid's all scared from the frying.
Right. So am I. All right. So don't forget to taste to make sure that taste is good and that the seasoning is good. This was a little weak on the seasoning. These peppers are stronger than the ones last time I did this. So I'm gonna re-season a little. And don't burn your tongue, you know. Are you cooking, Adrian? Adrian's cooking. That's awesome. So it's not just the three of us, guys. We have company.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Adrian is an amazing person, and he was one of my victims on those Fix the Mix series where he came, brought me his session and let me hack at it, and had no ego attached to it, and it was just rocking, and was such a good person to do that with. And then he came after that to AES. It was awesome. He's part of the family. Thanks for cooking, Adrian. That's awesome. Really nice. All right, so my peppers will be. I'm a little late. I'm a little behind on peppers, and that's the thing with cookbooks, by the way. The cookbooks will say 6 minutes at number 5 or whatever, or medium stuff. It's bullshit. Because why? Because there's no 2 peppers that are the same. There's no 2 eggplants that are the same. There's no 2 anything that are the same, and they're all going to take different time and different. They're going to take differently to the heat, and thus you got to taste. And I tend to taste the red ones because they take longer than the yellow ones. Yes, perfect. So these are perfect. I'm going to dump them in here. So let's see. This is starting to look good. Mark, can you check it out?
Yeah.
This is starting to look like something. All right. So next, are you guys ready for the?
We've got it in. Our courgette is in.
Our courgette is in.
Oh, they're already in. You're ahead of me. That serves no purpose. Here we go. So more oil. It's good for you.
Here's our pot. Not well lit, but
it's very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Is that a creuset too?
Yep.
Amazing. All right. You know what? Let's see. I think my sister is joining. So, Mark, if you could try and bring Gaëlle up so she can say hi.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Here comes Tom. Awesome. This is coming up nicely. By the way, if you want to figure out if your oil is hot enough before it starts smoking, just throw some water in it, and it tells you, "Yep, I'm so ready." And then you put this in. Awesome. Yeah, you need a creuset. Everybody needs a creuset. That stuff is so helpful because it's got your back. The creuset's got your back. So the zucchini, 5 minutes.
And by the way,
yes.
Debbie says she knows how to get your Le Creuset clean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk. And also, there's also a hole in it.
Well, that's a hole in it to cook it.
So for the zucchini, I like to do 4 tons of pepper and 1 extra for flavor, and then 1 of the salt. Not too much salt on the zucchini because otherwise it kills the taste of the zucchini. So voila. Okay, so I think we're gonna have Gaëlle come up. Let's see. And I hear that Lilou is watching. Hi, baby.
Hi, Lilou.
That's awesome. Everybody say hi to Lilou. I want to say some of that for you, Lilou, when you come in. Hi, this is my sister Gaëlle. And Adrien, her partner.
Hi.
How you doing?
We're good. The thing is, Adrian just cooked this. Can you see? You can see.
No, are these the Russian polpettes?
No, it's not. It's not. It's shells.
What is it?
Let me just try to
mussels.
shed some light on this.
Ah, nice.
Wow. What happened to the Russian meatballs? Wow.
Next.
They're following.
Oh, so first mussels and then Russian meatballs. Life is difficult. Yeah, this is life is rough in Paris, people, as you can see. Very difficult, very difficult. So Adrien also makes the best, absolute best sauteed potatoes that I've ever had. So there's a science to sauteed potatoes. It's not just like you saute the potatoes. There's a science to it, and the science is called butter. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's the science. So yeah, my sister eats a lot of butter.
I'm trying
Very
not
nice.
that much.
All right, so very nice, very nice. This
Can
is
you
nice.
hear the sound of the shells?
What?
Can you hear the sound of the shells?
We can hear the preparation being happening right now. Very nice. I'm not jealous at all. Not jealous at all.
Hungry.
You have ratatouille.
Yeah, I have ratatouille. I'm actually going to share ratatouille with the Flux team tonight, because this will serve 4, and I'm just 1. So so the boys that make Flux run, Daniel and Joey and Tom are coming, and we're gonna have the ratatouille, the 4 of us.
And you're going to have the ratatouille all by itself?
No, I have a little something. I'm also making a leg of lamb.
Ah, nice.
Very nice.
You know, you got to take care of your people.
Yeah, you didn't tell us about the leg of lamb. Chicken.
Leg of lamb's the way to go.
Yeah, I think I like leg of lamb and ratatouille together. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year.
Yes. Yes. So 2 more minutes here. So Paris is deconfining. You no longer, well, you didn't say inside because you had to go to work, but my sister is a journalist. She works for Le Monde, so she had to go to work every day to report the rest of the French people just how wonderful the situation was.
And
right?
now we're allowed to go where we want.
You can go wherever you want.
In France.
In France. Oh.
From next Tuesday on.
From next Tuesday on. Amazing. Very nice.
So far.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Okay, this is great. So are you going to wait until this is done to eat your mussels and your polpettes, or are you just going to...
I think I'm going to have my mussels and polpettes right now. I mean,
yeah, I think so too.
In a few seconds.
Okay, that sounds great. Well...
Still be watching you guys.
Okay. Oh, you don't have to. It's okay. You've seen this done before because that's what Maman does. All right. So, well, bon appétit, as we say.
Bon appétit.
Thank you. Bon appétit.
Bisous. Salut Adrien. Salut les gars. All right. All right. This is beeping. Let's see what happens. What's happening here? They're not quite ready, but they have a nice little color. Mark, could you show? There you go. Yeah, it's got a little bit of browning, and they have a little bit of that edge, and that's what it's really nice when you're in the ratatouille. You have that little bit of a crisp. It's nice. So okay, I like that. Cool. We're almost there, guys. How's everybody doing?
Super.
We're good. We have our zucchini courgettes in the.
They're already in the pot.
They're in the pot, in the Le Creuset.
Great. Well, I'm behind you as always.
It's this thing.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. All right.
We're in the oven.
All right. So the last separate step is the garlic and the tomatoes. And you put the garlic and the tomatoes together. So you have a thin layer at the bottom, as always. In case all your oil went into the pan. And there you go.
Okay.
And then you put, you wait for it to warm up. And you put the garlic and the tomatoes in it. And it's going to take about 10 minutes because they're basically going to seize and they're going to confit a little bit, kind of. And that's why we made big pieces, not small pieces, so that you can sear the edges. So I'm going to put the garlic in. And then and then let it flavor the oil like this. Not very long. That's not enough oil. There you go. Cool. It smells off the charts. All right, and then the tomatoes.
Hi, Fab.
Tom!
It smells good.
I know. Well, yeah, you're right above me. Everybody, this is Tom. Tom is a amazing drummer, guitar player, music producer, mixer. He spends a lot of time assisting me and doing stems, preparing sessions. He also mixes and does all the posts for all the Puremix videos that you watch for the last, what, year and a half, 2 years, year and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
So, year and a half. So Tom is a partner at Flux, and he's a staple at Puremix. And Tom was on the shoot with Andrew last fall.
Yeah. And we didn't give him the haunted bedroom.
No.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
He didn't get the haunted bedroom. For the tomatoes, I do two 3-finger pinches of salt and 4 runs of pepper. Voila. How you doing, Tom?
I'm good. Doing some cleaning.
I'm cooking for you, baby.
I appreciate it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Tom is responsible for the fact that when you watch a Puremix video and somebody talks and then a musical example comes on, it's actually at the right level, and then that everything keeps that all the examples are consistent, so that you can really learn from the video as opposed to just be confused because one time it's one level, one time it's another, and to keep it as real life as possible on the audio track, and to make sure that everything we capture, because when we shoot videos, we capture everything 1-to-1 digital, to make sure that what the mentor hears is what you end up hearing in the end when you watch the video. And Tom makes absolutely sure of that, so that there's no smoke, no mirrors. It's all reality, because Tom is a very real guy, right, Tom?
Yeah, except on Andrew's videos, I have to clean up the distortion.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And we blew up a lot of stuff on that shoot.
All right, awesome. So Tom, tonight is going to be Ratatouille and Legoland. You okay with that, or do you want to change the menu?
It sounds delicious. Thank you.
Okay, great. Very nice. We are actually tonight, we're having a dinner/work session because we are turning my room around. Because this whole quarantine thing, I've been facing a wall even more than usual, and I'm physically allergic to facing walls anymore. So I can't do it. So we're going to turn the room around so I can face the window.
Nice. Always, always.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing, and it's not trivial. Apparently, I'm told. It seems to be a lot of work. So it is what it is. Ravi, you can come down anytime you want. Ravi is another one of our. Ravi does all the tech support. Ravi should come on and say hi. Do you want to come on and say hi, Ravi? Okay. Tom, I'm going to kick you out.
All right, bye.
See you later.
Good to see you guys.
I love the design of your room. It's very pretty. Mark, can you bring Ravi up? All right, so another 5 minutes on the tomatoes. See how they take to the garlic? It's pretty awesome. Let's make sure that they don't melt. Ravi!
Hey everyone.
Everyone, this is Ravi. Ravi is our fearless and unflappable tech support person. He also organizes the masterclasses, which are now slightly on hold because, amazing music producer. We co-wrote the music for the trailer for Sugar together. That was started. I don't remember who started this track. You started the track, or did I? I forget.
No, you started it.
Yeah. I started it. So Ravi made it sound, helped make it sound the way it is. And he's in his studio. You're in your studio.
Yeah, I'm in my home studio. I'm
That's
actually
awesome.
Multitasking, getting a workout in right now, so I'm a little out of breath.
Getting a workout in while watching the Ratatouille video. That sounds like something I would do the Ratatouille part for sure. The workout part, not sure. That's awesome. How's life in Jersey?
It's good. I've been working on my home studio a lot, so I have to go to Home Depot today, actually, pick up some wood, build some panels.
Mm-hmm.
I got the 703 already, and then kind of changed up over here.
Nice. Look at how organized that is.
Oh, yeah. I learned from the best.
Ravi is very organized, which is why when you put a tech support claim, either for process or for Puremix, it gets answered at the speed of light and it's always on. That's the man.
Yeah.
And Ravi, I met Ravi because he came as an intern at Fox. That's how I met you.
Yep.
And what's your status? Well, right now everything is screwy, but where are you at? Are you still on sessions?
Yeah. I'll be on sessions. I GA on 2 of the days a week.
GA is general assistant for those of you who haven't been to studios back in the day. So yeah, great. That's awesome. So when do I see you next?
Hopefully soon. I came to Flux really, really quickly one day.
Okay.
I'm seriously missing it though.
Yeah, it's a good place. I haven't left, so
yeah,
I don't miss it much. But it's nicer with everybody here, so you should come back.
Yeah, I gotta come back soon. I think it's safe.
Yes, it is very safe. It's the cleanest studio on either side of the Mississippi.
Oh yeah, we make sure of that. It's
so clean. It just gets cleaned so much. Thanks to Daniel, our studio manager, who makes sure that things are clean. So yeah, wonderful. Well, thanks a lot for jumping on.
Of course.
And I will. I hope I'll see you in the next week or so.
Yes, I hope so too.
And if you want to come, be part of the turnaround fun, come over.
Yeah, I want to. Those are always fun.
All right, how are your tomatoes doing, Andrew?
They're good. They're good. Cooking away.
Thanks, Ravi.
Nice simmer.
Bye.
All right.
But we're not cooking these down all the way. They still want to have a little.
No. They have to keep some texture.
Yep.
And also they have to keep a little bit of moisture, and you want to put all the moisture from the pan in the ratatouille. Okay.
Yep. I think we're ready then with it.
Okay, go for it. You know what? I think I'm ready to. Let me see. All right. Yeah, this is great. These tomatoes are really garbage. All right, let's but there's nothing that a little bit of salt and garlic can't fix. So I'm putting everything in.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So now this is where we at, guys.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice. This looks the part. So we are done with our pan. And this is where yes. Come again. Perfect. Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Very nice.
Well, we're not done.
Very nice. No, we're not. No, there's more. There's more. So this is where you so this is fine. You can leave it be for a moment. And this is where we get into the thick of things, and where I'm gonna reveal my mother's secret. Actually, maybe I won't reveal my mother's secret. Maybe my mother should come on and reveal her secret. But first I'm going to prepare a couple things. Then I'm going to bring her on. Get some time. That's with an H and a Y, as opposed to what I wrote to everyone. And because, I'm obsessed with the other kind of time. And just, make a separate about 1 teaspoon of time. For those of you who want to be precise, I usually put as much time as I want, but right now I'm supposed to be precise. So a whole teaspoon, like this. You don't have to be precious about it. Just like shave it off like this. Some people use a fork. I'm not sure why. Seems to be better in a tactile way. Oh, I think we lost Andrew. Hopefully we'll get Andrew back. Let's see. Oh, you're here. Okay, great.
That's Mark. Mark doing shenanigans.
Yeah, Mark is now a TV producer. By the way, this sucks. We can't bring Mark on. Everybody say hi to Mark, who's behind the scenes making these 40 live streams happen, who was a host, who was an interviewer, who organized some of them, some of the guests by itself, who is the content manager at Puremix. He actually watches every video and makes sure it's as good as it can be before it comes out. And Mark is like the backbone of the fact that the content on Puremix is awesome. So hi, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Sorry that our dual pan stuff means that you can't come on camera, but you've been on camera enough. Huh? I think you could use a break from that. I know I could. There you go. So I have this. And then I think we should bring my mom on so that she can give us her secret ancient family recipe for the ratatouille that's going to make it all amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
So yes. So let's see if my mom is still watching, if her iPad is still working. I'm going to hold off for 1 second to see if she's coming on. Mark is going to tell me on the behind the scenes stuff if she's coming on or not. Voila, we're done with putting oil onto this thing. There's enough oil, I think. But it's not greasy. That's the thing that's fabulous. It's because the vegetables really take it to a well. It's not like if you were just putting a whole bunch of oil like that, you know?
Yeah, and doing them all separately means none of them are steaming because it's only one level the whole time.
Correct. Yes, and they all they all keep their own texture. They don't fall apart. It really works that way. It's about 10 times the amount of work that the regular ratatouille, but I think that it's 10 times better.
So you have
one thing.
The time.
Have you put the time in or not?
I didn't hear that.
The time. Have you put that in yet, or it's waiting?
No, that's next. That's next.
Okay, great.
We haven't put any. We're just waiting so that I don't have to be the one to tell my mom's way of doing it. That she can tell it herself. But her iPad has its own way of doing things.
Yeah, I spent 40 minutes trying to get the app for this thing working on the iPad, and it wouldn't log me in. It just kept going to the web. So I don't know how you're supposed to.
I know, it's just dumb. You know, since Puremix came on as a part of my life, which is 9 years ago. By the way, next year is the 10th year. We're gonna have an epic celebration, and I mean epic. I no longer get upset with anyone. I don't get upset when a plugin doesn't work. I don't get upset when a website's down. I know what it takes to make this thing go.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, the whole internet's down? Okay, let's read a book. You know, it's just like, I fully understand. It doesn't upset me anymore. I understand. If I go to, I don't know, some website that I use, like, what do I use a lot? Right? Missive, our current internal email system. And sometimes I go when I can't find a file, even though I'm typing exactly the right name, I don't get upset. I know that some database, there's a comma missing somewhere. They're doing their best. Everybody's doing their best. It's okay. No problem. So hold on. It seems that there's a little issue. 1 second.
There's a pool. I want to see what that is.
What?
No, I'm looking at the, we've only got 6 people cooking, according to the poll.
Well, that's pretty good, 6 people.
No, it should be at least 7.
You know, I'm grateful for everybody to take their afternoon. By the way, here's one of the things I want to discuss while my mom comes on. We did 40 of these shows, and it's been awesome. And I really want to thank everybody who's been on the shows, and you first, Andrew, because you were the first. You were the guinea pig this time. Usually it's me. So thank you. Thank you so much to everyone. Ah, maman.
Oui.
Hola.
Hallelujah.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
All right. So the whole world wants to know what is the secret recipe? What is the family ancient recipe that you came up with?
It's so simple. It's just that you put the basil and the garlic that's left raw. You don't cook it at all. You put it at the last 5 minutes, and it just brings it up.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Like an accent.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
That's why we have an extra clove of garlic.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's why we have macroplane.
Oh my God.
And
I was lucky Emily's in California.
she's here watching. She's gonna come. Maybe she could come on. How many are we? 1, 2, 3. She'll come on after you.
Okay.
And then we have basil. Basil is basil. So I'm gonna put like 8. I'm gonna put like 8 leaves, 8 small leaves of basil.
All right.
Non,
basil doesn't keep very well.
Vas-y,
Ah.
faut pas
Combien?
avoir peur. Hein.
Mais j'ai pas peur. Qu'est-ce que je mets? Ok. Donc je vais mettre. Allez, soyons fous. J'en mets 10.
Allez. Ah.
Allez, hop, crazy.
Et tu les coupes
Okay.
aussitôt.
Ah oui, je vais les couper. Oui, absolument. So what my mom just said is you must cut them with a knife, with a scissors. I'm like, yes, absolutely, I could do that. But the thing is, ça le fait ça?
Parfait.
Okay, très bien. So the thing is, though, I'm not gonna cut them with a knife, even though that's what mom wants. I'm gonna take this opportunity to show you my brand new plugin. Because I have a new plugin and I love it. Let me show you my new plugin.
Yes.
This is my new plugin. It plugs in and take it here. You put your basil in here and you go like this. And this is my favorite thing in the universe.
Enough.
Voilà.
Wow.
Just what you need. Isn't that nice? Everybody needs one of these. This is the best plugin ever. So that happened because
we're going to do it with scissors because we don't have.
We can do it with scissors, yeah. But this is nice because
it's good scissors. But
scissors
that
are great.
works beautifully.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
So that's it. So now what we're going to do, now we have this.
Why you do scissors instead of a knife? Because the knife will bruise it more, right? Is that why you use scissors?
Yes.
Oh no, it's just that it feels easier to me. You know, like you make a pile of leaves.
Yeah.
And you just cut them like it's really easy.
But I like make them go black, whereas the scissors they don't go black.
See, Debbie's got the technique down. She should write a cookbook. In your free time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let me make a summary. The ratatouille is all in the pan. The heat is off. So we're going to turn the heat back on, but very low. Like, you know, if you from 1 to 10, I would use a 3 or a 4 max.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put the time right away. And then 5 minutes in, I'm going to put the basil, and then I'm going to grate the garlic on top.
So we get
What about the time?
Wonderful.
The time is, you can put it in now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean it's cooked, isn't it? It's going to
It's cooked separate, but it doesn't have it hasn't mixed yet.
Yeah.
So I'm turning this on, and I'm turning this on 3, 4, and then then you can mix it up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. There you go. 4. Great.
It's going to be something. It's going
it's simmering again.
It's really, yeah, exactly, simmering on your whatever the low mids, 200 hertz. Exactement. It's got to simmer. Voilà. And then these are the last 2 ancient family recipe ingredients, and then you're done.
Okay, so we're going to start in one of the ovens instead of leaving it on the top because it's cooking a bit too much.
I can see it for the first time. Haven't seen it before. I had only 2 screens so far.
There you go.
I saw Andrew, and I saw you, and that's it.
Now you see the final result. So this is great. I need to get you a better iPad. So there you go.
No, it's not the iPad. It's the
software. It's the software. Yeah, I know. All right. So we're almost there. And it's really nice. So it's not exactly how you make it, Maman, but it's close. It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Okay.
I do
Great.
it more simple. I do it.
Yes.
Your mother loves you.
Yes. I know. It's genetic. She doesn't have a choice. All right. So this is happening.
Wow.
Yeah, this is good. And then, so in about 3 minutes, we are going to put in this.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're done. So what I was saying is that we've done 40 shows, and it's been absolutely amazing. And today, a lot of people were supposed to come on, but they could not because they're going back to work. So everybody's slowly going back to work. And so there's less available time. So I'm very grateful for everybody to all the amazing amount of people who were here today. The numbers have grown drastically since the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching these 40 shows. Starting Monday, we're going to enter a new phase of our live streams. The new phase is this. We're basically going to have, I'm introducing the fact that the Andrew Talks to Awesome People show on Monday is perennial. It's going to keep going forever and ever. So every Monday, you'll be able to see Andrew. And then we'll have some shows from time to time to support, to do things for you guys that you want to see, but also to support the releases. For example, next Thursday, we have Tony Maserati on, who's going to come and talk about his mixing process and everything, because Tony's first video on Puremix is coming out this week. So we'll have videos like that. We'll have live streams like that. If you insist, we may have more cooking live streams, one with John Paterno, maybe one with Debbie. One with Debbie. She makes the best. She makes the best everything. It's amazing. And so this is what we're going to do starting Monday. Instead of having a show every day, we're going to go back to creating more perennial content that you're going to get, more videos and the giveaways and the mixing contest and all that stuff. And we're going to have one show a week guaranteed with Andrew, and then other shows as they come that will be very well promoted to you so you don't miss them. So that's what I wanted to tell you before I go put the stuff in. Hold on, it's talking to me. 1 second.
Time.
How's yours going?
Good. We got it in the oven.
Okay, great. Right.
But I think we're probably ready to go.
This is awesome. This smells, I wish you guys could smell this. It's off the charts. So very nice. So that's that. So who do you have as your guest on Monday, Andrew?
Monday is Rich Costi, which I'm
very nice.
Debbie, can we see yours, Debbie? Can we see yours?
Yeah. Hold on.
Debbie has all the cool tools. Look at those oven mitts. Wow. Yeah, I'm flying over. All right.
Is it time for the garlic?
Yep. Yeah, it's good because you don't want it to be more than 5 minutes. So if you feel that in 5 minutes your stuff will be well melded, then go for it.
I think we're ready. It's done.
Okay, great. Let's go for it. So I'm putting the basil in, and then I'm gonna grate the garlic on. Oh
my gosh, you guys are brave. I would never do that.
My mom is on the practical side of things. She likes things simple. We are on the engineering side of things. So what I like to do is I like to grate a half clove like this. By the way, if you grate it, you need
only a half
back for now. And then taste, because depending on the strength of your garlic, not all garlic is created equal. Then it may be too much. So you don't want to, you want to have that nauseous feel after. So you mix it.
Too much garlic, to be honest. But
no, there's no such thing. But it's. Let's see.
You tried it.
Oh, that's good. I'm good with a half. Oh, that's off the charts. Good. All right. So, okay.
You like
How do you like
it, David? Good.
It's good, right? So everything is melding together. It's really good.
We're gonna go full garlic.
Okay, go for it. Me, I'm stopping here because I don't know if my boys who are coming tonight like garlic as much as I do. So I'm going to turn that up. So here's the thing that's amazing with Ratatouille. It's like it's good. It's good when it's just done. It's amazing when it's just done. But tomorrow morning is unbelievable. And
off the fridge. You can have it off the fridge.
yes. So here's the other thing. It's great. You can scramble some eggs, right? Scramble a couple eggs and warm this up and put the egg on top of the child's breakfast. Crazy. It's good lukewarm, it's good cold, but it's best between 1 and 6 a.m. standing in front of the fridge off the Tupperware by the light of the fridge. That is the absolute best. That's when it tastes the best. And it keeps forever. You can keep it for like 3 or 4 days. And so you can make a batch on Sundays and then you have it for the week. It's really, really awesome. So that's really great. It's a great dish to have. How long have we been on? We've been on for almost 2 hours. So how is it going, Debbie? Do you like the recipe? How is it tasting to you?
It's great. And Debbie loves ratatouille. And we've tried it a few times and it's never really worked out.
No.
It's been watery or
It's always been a must. So this is lovely.
This is the way to do it.
Definitely.
This is the way to do it. So it's a little more involved. But yeah. Adrian's ratatouille is good too. He says, this is so good. Yeah, it is good. It's highly edible, as we say. All right. Fantastic. Well, Maman, thank you very much for sharing your family ancient recipe that you came up with.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. I think that's it. So you have to store it in the fridge. You cannot stay on the stovetop. You have to store it in the fridge. But you can let it cool down and then wait you can let it cool down on the stovetop because otherwise your fridge is not going to thank you, right? So you wait until it's cool before you put it in the fridge. But like once the heat is off, in about 10 minutes, it's going to be amazing. So let's plate it though. We have to plate it before we go.
Well, you plate.
Okay, Maman. J'appelle demain. So I'm one more step. What do you eat with ratatouille? Good question. In the chef's household, it will be chicken, and that's an extremely good move. I think that's really smart. It's a really good choice. Bravo, Debbie. Me, I'm doing it a little differently. So for tonight, I'm making a leather lamb for the boys, but this is my lunch, and so I'm going to pair it with a little bit of smoked duck breast.
Nice.
Yeah, off the charts.
So you just have smoked duck breast laying around. That's good.
Yeah. I don't have many luxuries, but smoked duck breast is one of them. There you go.
Because you should give a little shout out to. Did you make the duck breast or did you get it?
No, but good thing you pointed out. I was thinking yesterday, I think I should start smoking my own duck breast because I have a smoker on the roof, right? I smoke shrimp. That came out good. So why not the duck breast? So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to plate this.
Nice.
A little bit.
I'm not going to plate ours on camera because we got to get the chicken together. And
right, of course. There you go. Oh, that's good. And then, something like that.
Et voilà.
Et voilà.
Presentation, excellent.
Voila. All right, everyone. I was supposed to bring Emily on, but I think we have to wrap. Emily, do you want to come on and say hello, or should we move on? I can't see. Oh yeah, here's the answers. I have questions right here. Yes, I will post the recipe. Absolutely. I will write it down in English because it's in French right now. And then with the ingredients. And then what else? Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it part of the newsletter. How many people here are just to see? Oh, here's Emily. Hi.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Hi, I'm enjoying just being able to sit back and relax and watch you guys cook, but I'm so sad I don't get to join.
No, you won't get to taste it. Not this time. Well, you had it before many times. So, how's Los Angeles?
It's actually gray today.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, we have sun here.
Good.
Weird.
We've
All
had
right. So, just
nice.
saying.
I know.
Just saying. Oh, somebody said scallops with ratatouille. So I'm gonna have to come do one of these in LA as soon as possible. Absolutely. Fantastic.
Hi, Evie.
Nice to see you.
Wild, you guys are over in the UK and Fab's in New York City and I'm in LA. This is
It's crazy.
The internet might be broken, but it has some beauty.
Yes,
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. So for those of you in LA who are in making music in the music business, Emily is running a nonprofit organization called Loud that brings music education to underserved youth in the ghettos of LA. So all the kids who can't afford, basically can barely afford to get themselves to schools, her organization brings music lessons to them after school instead of them, doing nothing or doing reprehensible things. They go and lots of musicians around LA come and organize classes and band classes, and they practice songs together in bands. Kids who never played instruments before, they play together. It is absolutely fantastic. So that's what Emily does. So if you're in LA and you're a musician and you want to contribute, reach out. I will connect you with Emily. Or if you want to contribute to the organization, it's pretty awesome. Okay. So voila, I think that is our show. Guys, now we're going to have to go eat something. I think it's time to eat something. Yeah, it's time. For you. Yes, it's time. Me, I'm just going to not eat it. I'm going to save it for the boys. So that's it. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who came on. Thank you. And thank you, Andrew, for staying the course and keeping me company. And thank you, Debbie, for manning the AGA. You're really, Debbie is a force of nature to be able to cook on that thing. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you very, very soon. But you'll all see Andrew on Monday interviewing Rich Costey, which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
So if you don't know who Rich Costey is, use Google. It's your friend in that space. And it's pretty impressive career.
Time next Monday.
Exactly. I'll come visit. All right. Okay. Thanks, guys. Ciao, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.